Hi, how is it going, dear audience? Welcome to a new transmission of this, your radio, Digital Vibe. Today is Friday, and as always, we are going to close the week with the best music. And by the way, ready for the final of the World Cup this Sunday. So, you have to prepare everything to enjoy the game as it should, my dear digital vibers. Before starting, I would like to remind you that today's forecast calls for rain. So, take the necessary precautions when going out and, above all, drive carefully on the roads. Okay, then we are going to enjoy this great song, La Bachata, of the Colombian songwriter Manuel Turizo.
Te bloqueé de Insta, pero por otra cuenta veo tus historias. Tu número lo borré, no sé pa' qué si me lo sé de memoria. Me hiciste daño y así te extraño, y aunque sé que un día te voy a olvidar, aún no lo hago, es complicado.
It's complicated, my dear audience.
Manejando por las calles que me besaste, oyendo las canciones que un día me dedicaste. Te diría que volvieras, pero eso no se pide. Mejor le pido a Dios que me cuide, porque ando manejando por las calles que me besaste, oyendo las canciones que un día me dedicaste. Te diría que volvieras, pero eso no se pide. Mejor le pido a Dios que me por ti, ojalá te enamores, te haga lo mismo que me hiciste a mí.
And we're back. And today, as every single Friday at Digital Vibe, we have the section Musicalizing Knowledge. We will be talking about how rock has influenced on the learning of English in youth during the last decades. And for this, we have brought a very special guest, the rock and roll star, Neil Scorn. Neil, thank you for coming. Welcome. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. Thank you for the invitation. It's great to be here again.
As everybody knows, Neil is one of the best icons of rock music. Most of us grew up with this music. Neil, first of all, tell us, how was your beginning as a musician?
Oh, sure. On my very beginning, I worked cleaning a radio station, Broadway, in United States, in New Jersey City. While I did my work, I always looked at the artists that got there, the shows, and it was right there that one day a producer approached me and he asked me if I would like to come in and watch the show in the boat. And I remember that I took the opportunity to show him my talent. I was very excited of that. And the wildest thing that I remember is that I told him a phrase. I said him before starting to play my guitar, this phrase: what you're gonna see is a rock and roll star. And then, as you know, the rest is history.
Oh, amazing! But now, let's go over the topic of today. As we know, you are also an expert in the linguistic field. From your experience, could you tell us about how rock, in a specific way, has influenced the youth to acquire the English language in youth people?
Because from that day, my career has been successful. Well, talking from the scientific perspective, music has a great diversity of styles, ranges, and artists of all kinds, creating a culture that transcends other nations, other countries all over the world. In this sense, rock in English offers an element loaded with contagious rhythms, strength, and great character because music is passion. It's totally an amazing emotion. And we identified with many rock songs, or at least we have known some of them during our youth. And it could even remind us of a scene of a movie or an important time, right?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Do you remember to hear the famous song Living on a Prayer by the legendary Bon Jovi band? The chorus is very useful to practice your pronunciation.
Yes, even I remember that when we were young, learned a lot of vocabulary with that great single.
That's right. And this is just one example of the power of rock in English and its contribution to the language learning.
So, what is your recommendation for young people, especially to get better in their English learning?
Of course, first, due to listening to music in a foreign language, in this case English, it is a great way to learn vocabulary. And an advice, just Google the words or use a dictionary for some words that you don't know. That's all. And at first, try to choose songs that are easy to understand. And the secret is language exposure. Because you need to stay exposed to English language for as long as possible. Do it while you are studying, do it while you are working, do it in any time that you can. But you need to be exposed yourself to the language. In this way, you are going to create a suitable environment in order your language level has the opportunity to increase.
Well, Neil, thank you so much to be here. It was an honor. And also, the audience will be too happy to hear you another time in this radio. And remember, my dear audience, tune in all the time to the best radio in your country, Digital Vibes FM.
Yeah.